He's standing there holding flowers and a card. I'm like, why is he at my door? Okay, so this story took place in 5th grade. This kid and I, we had the same class together, and we also lived on the same block as each other, so we lived pretty close. And we were on the same soccer team for a couple years. We never actually really talked to each other, but since we played soccer together, his mom and my mom would communicate here and there. So his mom told my mom that basically he has a really big crush on me, and every night before he would go to bed, like, he would look at my soccer picture, which I thought was kind of strange, but like, I guess it's cute a little. So that's kind of how I found out that he was into me and had a big crush on me. So let's skip to Valentine's Day that year. On Valentine's Day, I was sitting down with my family having dinner at 9 p.m. about, and yes, I eat that late sometimes. So I was sitting down, I was talking to my family, having a conversation with them, and then we all heard a knock on the door, and we got mad quiet. Like, we looked at each other, we were like, who is knocking at our door at 9 p.m? So my dad goes to the door to open it and see who it is. As my dad was answering the door, I tried to listen and see if I could hear, because my kitchen was right near my door, but I didn't hear anything. So not even a minute later, my dad comes back into the kitchen. He's like,
Ashley, someone's here for you.
So I was like,
what? Who is it?
he was like, I don't know, someone's here for you. I'm like overthinking everything I've done or said wrong in the past to everybody. And I'm like,
oh my god, like, I really gotta fight.
So I go to the door to see who it is, and it's Austin. And he's holding flowers and a card in his hand. And I'm like confused, like, because we don't really talk. I'm like, why is he at my door, like, with flowers? He was like, happy Valentine's Day, and he gave me the flowers and the card. So I take them and I throw it on the floor. No, I'm just kidding. I was like,
thank you.
I close the door and I like run to my room to read the card before my family would be mad nosy and like ask what it says. I can't remember exactly what it says because this was years ago, but I just remember it was like a huge paragraph that he wrote on how he has a crush on me. This kid really had his mom drive to my house, even though we lived on the same block. But like, still, he had his mom drive to my house at 9 p.m. Like, it was pitch black, it was dark, it was late. It was 9 p.m. just to bring me flowers. Like, I mean, we still haven't really said a word to each other in school ever since. A few weeks go by and my school was hosting this dance. I forgot what it was for, but it was a school dance, and they gave out like a paper with all the information, which I wasn't really planning on going to, so I didn't really care about it. So the next day after they gave out the paper with all the information, I walk into class and I'm one of the first people. As I'm walking into class, my seat is like kind of far back, and I see something like sitting on my desk, and I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't think I left something here yesterday. As I get closer, I see it's a rose and a box of chocolate. I'm like, who got me this rose? And then, so I look to see if anything's written on the box of chocolate, or like if there's a note. I found a note on the chocolate, and I still remember to this day the exact words. It says,
Dear Ashley, will you go to the dance with me? Circle yes or no.
You know what I did? I circled no. I circled no. And oh my god. I ripped up the note in so many pieces, and it's not like I did this at home. Like, I ripped up the note in class and I threw the rose out in class. So that day we had recess and we went outside, and I was just sitting on the seesaw with my friends, just talking to them. And you know how like in elementary school, like you'd have your friend go up to your crush and like talk to them for you, or was that just me? It's really just me. So I see his friend approaching me, and I'm like, what does he want now? So his friend comes up to me. He's like,
so what's your answer? Like, are you gonna go to the dance with Austin?
And I say,
tell him no, I don't want to go with him.
oh my god. I was like 10, so don't even come at me, bro. I was like 10. I was in 5th grade. I had no feelings back then, bro. Looking back at it, I'm like, oh my god, like this kid is like 10. So he goes back and he tells Austin that I said no. I didn't end up going to the dance with him and I feel so bad. Like, I hope if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Like, I'll go to the dance with you, okay? So then next year we get a class together again. And of course, my teacher sets us up in groups of 4. And I was put into a group with him and 2 other people. We still never really talked. Like, he never said a word to me and I never said a word to him. So I remember I made friends with this girl in my group. And oh my god, this is so messed up. And one day I was like, I whispered to her, I was like,
like he's the one who brought me flowers. Like, he came to my house and he asked me to be his Valentine. Like,
she looks at him and she's like,
ooh, Austin, you brought her flowers.
like laughing at him, like making fun of him. And his face turned so red. Like, he got so embarrassed and I feel so bad. So that's basically the story of my lover. I'll never say that again. So I haven't heard from him ever since that situation and I feel so bad. Like, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I really feel so bad. I honestly hope you get like someone who's really good to you. I'm pretty sure it's clear I'm not that one. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.